Welcome to today's exploration into the profound world of Buddhist philosophy and its unique approach to forgiveness. Buddhism, a spiritual tradition rich in wisdom and insight, offers valuable lessons on numerous aspects of life, including the art of forgiving. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and strife seem constant, the ability to forgive, both ourselves and others, becomes essential for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Forgiveness in Buddhism isn't just an act of kindness towards others. It's a pivotal practice that leads to inner peace and liberation from suffering. This philosophy teaches that holding on to anger and resentment is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. By learning to let go, we not only free ourselves from unnecessary pain, but also create a space for healing and growth. Today's video aims to delve deeply into how Buddhist teachings can aid us in cultivating a forgiving heart. Through understanding these teachings, we can learn how to navigate our emotions and interactions more mindfully, leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Join us as we explore this transformative aspect of Buddhism, understand its roots, and discover practical ways to integrate forgiveness into our daily lives. In Buddhism, the foundation of forgiveness can be traced back to the Four Noble Truths, which outline the essence of human suffering and the pathway to its cessation. The first truth acknowledges that suffering exists. The second explores its origins, often rooted in desire and attachment. The third reveals that cessation of suffering is attainable. And the fourth prescribes the path to overcoming this suffering. Understanding these truths is crucial in fostering forgiveness. Recognizing that everyone is navigating their own struggles can cultivate a sense of empathy, making it easier to forgive those who may have caused us pain. The Eightfold Path, another cornerstone of Buddhist teaching, provides practical steps towards achieving a peaceful life and is deeply interconnected with forgiveness. Particularly, right intention involves cultivating thoughts of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness. This means actively choosing to let go of ill will and embracing an attitude of compassion. Right action further supports this by encouraging actions that are ethical and considerate towards others. Together, these elements help in forgiving oneself and others, essential for healing and spiritual growth. Mindfulness and concentration, parts of the Eightfold Path, play significant roles in developing a forgiving mindset. By being mindful, one can observe their emotions without attachment, understanding that anger or resentment are transient states that do not define oneself or others. This awareness allows individuals to respond to situations with greater calmness and clarity, choosing forgiveness over resentment. Through the teachings encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, Buddhism offers profound insights into the nature of suffering and the liberation that forgiveness can bring. By understanding and practicing these principles, individuals can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and compassion, leading to enduring peace and well-being. One of the most compelling illustrations of forgiveness in Buddhism is the story of 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪, a notorious murderer who transformed into a follower of the Buddha. 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪 had killed many people but changed his ways after an encounter with the Buddha, who taught him the path of non-violence and compassion. Despite his dark past, 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪 was able to find redemption and peace through Buddha's teachings, highlighting the profound capacity for change and forgiveness within us all. This story serves as a powerful testament to the idea that no one is beyond forgiveness, and that transformative healing is possible with compassion and understanding. Another central concept in Buddhism that relates to forgiveness is karma. Karma involves actions and their consequences, essentially teaching that every action leads to a corresponding reaction. This principle helps one understand that their current hardships might be the result of past actions, promoting a sense of personal responsibility and encouraging ethical behavior. Recognizing one's role in creating their karma can foster forgiveness both towards oneself and others, as it underscores the shared human experience of making mistakes and facing their repercussions. Understanding karma also diminishes feelings of victimhood or resentment by acknowledging that everyone is on their own path, dealing with the consequences of their actions. This awareness encourages a forgiving attitude by reducing the tendency to judge others harshly for their actions, instead seeing them as fellow travelers on the path to enlightenment who are learning from their mistakes. Together, the story of 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪 and the concept of karma underscore key Buddhist teachings on forgiveness. They highlight how understanding and compassion can lead to personal transformation, and how accepting responsibility for one's actions can pave the way for genuine forgiveness and spiritual growth. These teachings offer profound insights into letting go of past grievances and moving forward with a compassionate heart. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool in the Buddhist practice that aids in cultivating forgiveness. It involves paying full attention to the present moment with an attitude of openness and curiosity. This practice can be particularly helpful in recognizing and managing emotions such as anger and bitterness, which are common barriers to forgiveness. By becoming more aware of these feelings without judgment, individuals can start to detach from them and understand their transient nature, which makes it easier to let go and forgive. To incorporate mindfulness into daily life, one can start with simple exercises such as observing the breath, noting sensations in the body, or paying attention to the sounds around them. This gradual increase in awareness cultivates a deeper understanding of oneself and others, facilitating a forgiving mindset. Metta meditation, or loving-kindness meditation, is another profound practice that fosters forgiveness. It involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill and kindness towards oneself and others. This practice not only soothes the mind, but also opens the heart to more compassion, making it easier to forgive those who have wronged us. Here's a basic guide on how to perform metta meditation focusing on forgiveness. Begin by finding a quiet place and sitting comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Start by directing kind thoughts towards yourself. Silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be at peace, may I be free from suffering." Gradually extend these thoughts to someone you love, then someone you feel neutral about, and eventually someone you have difficulties with. Finally, extend these thoughts of loving kindness to all beings everywhere, without exception. By regularly practicing metta meditation, individuals can enhance their capacity for empathy and forgiveness, reducing feelings of hostility and resentment. Both mindfulness and metta meditation provide practical steps for anyone looking to cultivate forgiveness in their lives. These practices not only benefit personal well-being, but also improve relationships with others by promoting understanding and compassion. Through consistent practice, one can truly embody the essence of Buddhist teachings on forgiveness. In contemporary society, the principles of Buddhist forgiveness continue to resonate, demonstrating their timeless relevance through real-life examples. These stories not only illustrate the practical application of Buddhist teachings, but also inspire others to embrace forgiveness in their own lives. One such story involves a woman named Maya, who faced tremendous personal betrayal when she discovered that her business partner had embezzled a significant amount of money from their joint venture. Initially overwhelmed by anger and a sense of injustice, Maya turned to Buddhist teachings for solace. Through her engagement with mindfulness practices and the study of karma, she began to understand the impermanent nature of her emotions and the importance of forgiveness for her own peace of mind. Over time, Maya was able to forgive her former partner, which allowed her to move forward and rebuild her life and career with a renewed sense of purpose and tranquility. Another poignant example comes from the life of John, a father who lost his son in a violent crime. The grief and rage could have easily consumed him. But John chose a path of forgiveness, influenced by his study of Buddhism. He realized that harboring resentment would only prolong his suffering and prevent him from finding peace. Through metta meditation, John worked on opening his heart to forgive the person responsible for his son's death. This act of forgiveness did not mean that he excused the crime, but rather that he freed himself from the weight of ongoing anger and vengefulness. These stories reflect the profound impact that Buddhist principles can have in challenging circumstances. They show that forgiveness is not just an abstract moral ideal, but a practical strategy for emotional health and well-being. By forgiving, individuals like Maya and John not only find personal peace, but also contribute to a more compassionate society. The influence of these modern examples is significant as they bring ancient Buddhist wisdom into the context of everyday challenges, proving that forgiveness is achievable and beneficial, regardless of the situation. These narratives encourage individuals to consider how they can apply the teachings of Buddhism to foster forgiveness and compassion in their own lives. As we conclude our exploration of the Buddhist philosophy of forgiveness, it's clear that these ancient teachings offer profound insights for contemporary life. The principles discussed, from the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path to the inspiring stories of Angulimala and modern individuals like Maya and John, highlight the transformative power of forgiveness. Buddhism teaches us that forgiveness is not merely about absolving others of their wrongdoings, but is a vital path to personal peace and liberation from suffering. By understanding the nature of suffering, the role of karma, and the importance of compassionate intentions, we are better equipped to release anger and embrace peace. Incorporating practices such as mindfulness and metta meditation into daily life can significantly enhance our ability to forgive. These practices do not just benefit us individually, they radiate outward, influencing our interactions with others and fostering a more compassionate world. As you reflect on the teachings presented, consider how you might apply these principles in your own life. Whether it's through adopting a regular meditation practice, actively choosing thoughts of goodwill, or simply pausing to acknowledge your emotions without judgment, each step is a move towards greater peace and understanding. To leave you with a final thought from Buddhist wisdom: holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Let this powerful imagery remind you of the futility of clinging to resentment and the freedom that forgiveness can bring. Thank you for joining this journey into Buddhist philosophy. May you find peace on your path, and may your steps be guided by kindness and forgiveness.